Page 14, Medieval Fair. Medieval Fair, medieval fair. I can't say the word. You figure it out. At the top of the page, they're talking about motifs and sequences. Let's just review briefly. They say motif. I say motif. I've always called it motif. But plural would be motifs. Whatever, I don't know. A motif is just a short musical idea. It's not a full phrase. It's not a full musical sentence. It's just a short musical idea of just a few notes. It's a motif. And you can put these different motifs together in various ways. A sequence is a repeated pattern, or like a repeated motif, repeated, going up or down the keyboard. That's a sequence. And in piano, we typically like to finger each occurrence of this pattern the same. Look at the first line here in the right hand. The first full measure, you're here, and then you come down third finger again and again. That's a sequence. The motif is, that's the idea, the musical idea. And you're just doing that again, here it's going down the keyboard. And you get these all over the place. You'll recognize them. It's nice to know because it has to do with when you're interpreting the music, it can give you ideas. May or not, I don't know. So, medieval fair, or whatever kind of fair it is, 6/8 time. No sharps or flats. We're in the key of A minor again. 16th notes all over the place. However, keep in mind it's in 6/8 time, so an 8th note gets a count. Therefore, a 16th note gets half a count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 1. And you have a pickup beat, so we're coming in on beat 6. 6 and. Well, if you look at the last measure on page 15 at the bottom, the dotted quarter note is 3 counts because it's 8th notes, 3 8th notes. And then you have 1 8th note and an 8th rest. That's 5 counts total. So that's good because the 6th count is the pickup. So we're coming in on beat 6 on here. So it's 6 and 1 and 2 and 3. And you can just lift up and so next line is, I'll get the counting later. Just get the notes right now. In measure 3, it's here, and then here, and then come up. That's a G sharp also, because that sharp is good for the rest of the measure. And then we do that again. Just come under. And you're doing that some more. Oh, goody. Top of page 15. Measure 10 is a pickup. If you can do the scale, this is easy. If not, you're going to struggle with this. 1 and 2 and crossover. We just changed hand positions. And again, crossover, we changed hand positions again. 1, 2, this is measure 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 and 2. Now lift up and do it again. Nice. The coda. Well, again, just get the notes. We'll get the rhythm later. It's here. The broken chords. And then measure 21. Right there. That's the chords. Okay, fine. Left hand. We have an A and an E to start. And go ahead and use 5 and 1 and all of these. Come on down. Just lift up and move. That's nice. And then measure 3 is... And then here, I'll get the rhythm later, just get the notes. And then here, you do that again. Oh boy. Measure 9. You're ending measure 8 here, or here, whichever. And then measure 9, you come down here. You may have to look at that. That's quite a jump. You may have to look at it. Fortunately, the right hand has rest, so you can concentrate on the left hand here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, and that's pretty much what you're doing until measure 13. And I would not do a 5-1 here and keep going back and forth. I would end up in doing a 5-2 in here. So I catch both of these in one hand position. Here, and then I'm going to stay there all the way through until the end of the third line there. So it's here. And I would do 2, 3 on that, but you can do a 1, 2 if you want. Whichever. And then the coda, again, get the notes. It's the chords. And here, treble clef, playing the same notes, octaves. And then here, I would do a 5, 2 here, and then a 1, 4, so I can connect them. And then at the end, it's an A and an E. Put the hands together. Both hands are coming down one key. No. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. Just make them all even. And hold that down. Just lift up. And again, connect them, all of them. Then measure 9. You're here. Measure 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Now look at the coda there. All 16th notes is 1 and 2 and. Connect everything here. So that's an 8th note at the end. And then as you play this, lift up on that. Then we can add the articulation. Slurs. Just lift up between them, and you can both hands here. Connect that. Let the slur go through that too. And then lift it. You can lift up between slurs here. Now here they did put the slur over it. Then lift up in the right hand. Connect that. The slur should go over there. And then top of page 15, when the right hand comes in. All connected. Now lift up. Lift up. Connect this left hand. But lift up in the right. Lift up here, but hold it down. Lift up. Now here, staccato. Here, and then for the coda, you can, in my opinion, you can connect all this together, but they're showing it slurred. In my opinion, you could slur all that together. I mean, the pedal's going to make it sound that way. I'd like to feel it that way. So forth. Then we can add the dynamics. Moderately soft, whatever you think that is, in the right hand. Left hand needs to be in the background. Stay that way until the measure, at the end of measure 3, that put the hairpin above the stats because there isn't room between them. It doesn't matter. You're going to crescendo up to a moderately loud. You're going from moderately soft up a little bit to moderately loud. Stay, come up a little bit, then go down to moderately soft. And you do the same thing at the bottom. Crescendo up to moderately loud. Measure 9, you start this loud. You're going to go all the way down to soft or softer in the left hand. Moderately loud, moderately soft, soft. Now you're moderately soft in the right hand and you're really soft in the left. Loud. And they put accents in the left hand. That makes them a little louder. Okay, if they want, because you're loud in the right hand. Moderately soft and very soft in the left hand. Now loud. And go down to moderately soft. Now for the coda, you're starting this out soft, and this is both hands. Crescendo up to loud and for measure 21, but don't get loud until measure 21. So this is moderately soft, then moderately loud, now loud. So again, soft, moderately soft, moderately loud, loud. And they want you to get up to very loud here and slow down here. Both hands here, really. And then it's an accent on the last one, and the staccato, just make it very loud. You don't need an accent with very loud, just make it very loud and short. Not stiff wrist, let the wrist collapse a little bit, just bounce off the keys. Then speed, well, moderately fast, well, good luck with that. They say a dotted quarter note is something, well, that's a suggestion. The 16th notes have to be even and controlled. So you pick the hardest part in the piece, wherever that is, and whatever you can do that, that's your speed. Like a measure 10 going into 11 here. However fast you can play that, if that's the hardest part, that's how fast you go. I don't know. So forth. For the coda, you're starting out soft. Moderate, Then they added pedal. As usual, Faber makes a pedal fairly easy for you. They just pretty much pedal everything. I would like to make a suggestion on the pedal. It just seems to me, especially in a medieval time, Middle Ages time, things were kind of clean back then. And if I pedal it the way it's marked, this is what I get. It's overlapping pedal. I don't like that at all. It's just all smeared together. So I'm going to suggest maybe we only legato pedal the left hand, and we don't pedal these 16th notes. And by that I mean I'm going to pedal at the end, right before I changed. I'm going to put the pedal down so I can connect these left hand. Pedal. I'm only pedaling to connect it. That's it. And I'm only pedaling to connect the left hand. So it's that. Now you can pedal this part if you want. Change it with each harmony. But I would not pedal measure 4 here going on. I want to hear silence in the right hand. In pedal. And don't pedal say not to. That's nice. And then measure 9 again. You can go ahead and pedal at the beginning, but again, I'm only going to pedal to connect the chords in the left hand. I'm just going to pedal a little bit just to connect the chords, and that's it. So I'm going to hear silence. The coda, you can pretty much pedal most of this. Change it with the harmony. I would not pedal this part. I wouldn't pedal that, but you can pedal the last measure so we get the overtones because it's loud. And then lift the pedal up as you play that note. So it's here again. Here, so it's staccato. That's my impression of the pedal, so we're not smearing all these 16th notes. There's different ways of pedaling, and ultimately it's up to you and what you like to hear. Or it's up to you, what your teacher tells you you like to hear. I don't know. Now, roadmap-wise, there's a DC coda there at the end of the third line on page 15. DC, you remember, means go back to the beginning. Just go to the beginning. Okay. Coda, well, you find the coda sign because that tells you when to go to the coda. And the coda sign is at the bottom of page 14. At the end, the circle with the crosshairs. That's the coda sign. When you get to there, you immediately jump over to the coda. And you do the coda and you're done. And that's what we'll do too. I like to play this with you very, very slowly. I will pedal it according to how I suggested I pedal it. You can pedal it however you want to, or leave it out. When you're first learning it, you should leave it out anyway. So I'll give us 5 counts and let's try this out. Slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and ready and go and 4. and. Now go to the coda, 6 and. Two and 3 and 4. Rest.